Hello everyone, I'm the old guy and welcome back to my Let's Play of Fallout 2. This is the third episode and we're in Klamath right now. We just left our hometown of Arroyo in the last episode and we have a quest from there to find Trader Vic. And I think that's what we're going to do today. I think Trader Vic is... Where is he here? Is he... Right here, I think. Trader Vic. You see Vic's sign. So let's go over here first and see what he has to say. I do want to explore this entire town, but let's go see our main thing here first. We open the door. Yes, we can. Let's go in. Is he in here? I'm believing that Trader Vic is the one that's given us this Vault 13 flask right here. Vic's water flask. This relic of the vault was probably used to contain the sacred sacrament. The holy number 13 is emblazoned on the side of this precious link to your people's past and hopefully future. It weighs 2 pounds. So this is a very interesting item and I want to find out more detail about that, and I hear Vic is the one to tell us. Can we open this door? I feel like we're breaking in here. Is he in here? There is no Vic. Oh, someone just ran in here. Klamath children. Let's talk to this kid. Don't eat me, he says. I wonder where Vic is. This is a problem. Is he outside somewhere? Let's search around here. A very large man covered in dust with a small smile and a blank look on his face. You see a sickly man dressed in very dirty robes. We have the Brahmin there. Is there anybody else on the street? Trader Vic's. There's nobody there. Interesting. You see Vic's sign. I'm not sure where to go now. Let's explore here a little bit. Let's go into the bathhouse maybe. Who's this person here? You see a plump older woman with a large nose. Let's talk to her.
My name's Sally Dunton, but mostly they call me Big Nose Sally. I'm the owner of this here bathhouse. We have a whole hassle full of special, attended baths for you to pick from.
Gee, Miss Sally, I just want a regular bath. You don't have a bubble bath, do you?
If you just want an unattended bath, you might try the Golden Gecko or the Buckner House. But I doubt that you'll find that as enjoyable.
Thanks, Miss Big Nose. I'll try that instead. Goodbye. I don't really want to have a bath, an attended bath right here. What is this? You see an attractive but tired young woman. Yeah, I'm not into that. Let's go and find something else. I wonder... Is there anybody else around town that can give us a hint about Vic's? Here is the Golden Gecko. What do you see here? You see a metal door. Can I go in here? Like we're breaking into people's houses here. Who is this? You see one of two very similar looking men. They could be twins. Both are heavy muscled and have beetling brows. Alright, let's talk to this person here. There's two of them here.
Hello there. You here to barter for some of our world-famous Dunton's dry meat?
Actually, I have some questions for you.
What do you want to know from us?
Let's ask about the Garden of Eden creation kit. Either of you ever heard about something called the Garden of Eden creation kit?
You're looking for what? Close as I ever got to the Garden of Eden is in lovely Jenny's arms over at Ma's bathhouse.
Ah, thanks. Let me ask you something else then.
What do you want to know from us?
Have you heard anything about the Brahmin mutations around here? Ah, there's Brahmin cutting up. I wonder if that was from the sign that we read in the last episode about the cow with the X on it?
Well, I hear that there's some bug men cutting up Brahmin out east of us. But I wouldn't believe everything you hear.
Oh, I see. Thanks. There's something else I want to know about.
What do you want to know from us?
Well, let's barter with them this time.
Well, I have a good supply of our world-famous Dunton's dry meat on hand. Tasty and delicious. Good for you too.
That's great. So what does he have here? He's got a magazine. He's got some healing powder. A crowbar. Some dry meat and some money. I don't think I need any... Maybe... How much money do we have? We have nothing. Actually, we have 152 there. Let's take one. That's 73. Wow, no, I don't think so. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Go back to talking.
Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you. Need anything else?
I'm not sure which one is which. Let's just say he's Buck. No, I think that's it for now, Buck. Okay, so no help there. What's this? Is this just garbage? It's just trash here. Oh, there is a dog. A feral dog. I wonder if we can get a pet. We had a pet in Fallout 1 that was awesome. Who's this? You see one of Klamath's citizens. Don't need that person. I think this is the kid again. Yeah, children. Let's go into the golden gecko. You see a short, swarthy man smiling at you. Who's this? You see a bar patron. A patron drinking a mug of beer. You see a patron looking at you. A tall, graying man with a tankard of beer. It's a bar patron. Let's talk to the bartender here. At least what looks like the bartender, maybe? Let's walk up.
Hello there, stranger. Welcome to the Golden Gecko Tavern, Hotel, and Trading Post. I'm Sajag, I run the place. What can I get for you?
I don't think I have enough money to buy a round of drinks right now. I'll have a drink.
One tall mug of Golden Gecko piss coming up. Only $5 for the best beer north of Reading.
Thanks for the beer. I need some information, though.
Well, information's what it's all about, pal. What do you want to know about?
Where can I get healing supplies?
I've got all kinds of things right here, kid. Healing supplies, booze, all kinds of stuff. I've got special sources, you might say. Always willing to look at a good gecko pelt too.
I guess I don't need anything right now, but I do have some questions.
Well, information's what it's all about, pal. What do you want to know about?
Anything unusual going on here in Klamath?
Well, let's see. All sorts of things going on in the town lately. There's Brahmin mutilating bug men, rodents of unusual size, a walking spirit, and a missing hunter. Klamath's become a real hot spot lately.
There's a lot of stuff here. I wouldn't mind trying to find Vic. Tell me about the Brahmin mutating bugmen, please.
Well, they say critters that look like man-sized bugs walking around on two legs are tearing open Brahmin in the middle of the night. Only Tor's caught a good look at them though. Scary, huh?
I wonder who Tor is. That's incredible. Tell me more local news. Tell me about the RUSs, please. Or Russies, I'm not sure what that is.
Some say that there's a gigantic rat, the size of a corvega, that rules over all the rats over in Trapper Town. They say that it lives in an old mine underneath Trapper Town and that all the other rats bring it any shiny objects that they find. Shiny baubles.
That's incredible. Tell me more news. Tell me about the walking spirit, please.
Well, west of town there's a canyon. A few months back there was a bright light coming from there and then critters started disappearing. Tracks lead into the canyon, but none lead out. Spooky, huh? Some have heard a weird whining sound echoing off the canyon walls there, too.
That's incredible. Tell me some more local news. I'm not surprised that a hunter's gone missing with all this excitement, but tell me about him too.
Well, Smiley was one of the best trappers there ever was. He up and left Mrs. Buckner one day, and said he was going to find where all the golden geckos come from. Said he'd be rich if he could find it. But he hasn't come back, and that was a while back too.
That's incredible. Tell me more local news. I'd like to ask about other things. Are there any traders here in Klamath?
Not too many traders in town. Just Vic, that I can think of. He's got a house in the east part of town. He used to trade pre-war stuff at the den and to tribals. Haven't seen him for a bit though.
He hasn't seen Vic in a bit though. I wonder what's happened to him. Thanks, I have another question for you. Are there any other settlements nearby?
There are a couple of settlements nearby. There are some tribals northwest of us, but I suppose you know about them. Then there's the den a few days south of here. That's the closest. And there's a mining town called Redding quite a ways to the southwest.
That's all I need for now. Goodbye. Well, it looks like Vic has gone missing, maybe? Let's check our Pip here and see. Our Pip boy. No, we have no more new quests. Still find... This guy's eating some jerky now. Let's talk to him. This ain't your kind of place, punk. Alright, let's talk to the girl here. What are you looking so hard at? I'm sorry. No offense. Let's talk to this person here. He's drinking a beer. Goody two-shoes types here. Sorry. It's not too friendly. Someone's eating some jerky. You sure ain't much to look at. Sorry, sir. Last one.
Well, it's just my educated opinion, but I can see by the way you move that you could do with a few pointers.
Pointers? With what?
About the sweet science, of course, the sport and art.
The art? Are you talking about magic? Can you teach me magic spells?
Sure, in Bigora, I could teach you about the wee folk, leprechauns, spriggans, Bensier and the like. Would you like that?
That sounds great. Teach away.
Did you hear that? I got myself a live one here. Wants to hear about the fairies and wee goblins and such. Here lad, have a drink on me, that's you ticket to the realms of the fey folk.
Somehow I feel as though you're pulling my leg a bit.
Well, maybe, I am at that. Nevertheless, you were a bonny good sport about it. Here's a beer, on me, for taking it so well.
Thanks. Now what were you saying about the sweet science?
Pugilism, the manly art of hand-to-hand combat. That's what I mean.
Well, I guess I could use some help with that.
Well, let's go outside and see what I can teach you. You see, it's all about getting your whole wee body to snap just like a whip.
Uh-huh. That was great. Let me give you $10 for some brew on me. It's the least I can do.
So you see what you were doing wrong then?
Well, this guy's actually been pretty nice to me. I'm gonna have to remember him.
No. I could nae take money from ye. It was my very own pleasure to teach what I know. You take darn good care of yourself now. You've got real potential.
That's great. I'd like to ask you one thing, though. Where do you learn how to fight like that?
That was a long time ago. When I was a wee young lad, and didn't have any sense in me thick head. A place called Reno. You keep your nose clean and stay away from the likes of that place.
Where is Reno?
I didn't want to tell ye. You get on now. Just keep out of harm's way. Goodbye now.
Okay, thanks again. Goodbye, John. We've gained 150 experience points, and we've improved our unarmed combat skills. That is great news. Thank you, John Sullivan. Appreciate that. Let's get out of here and continue exploring this town. We need to find out something about Vic. Here's a citizen. Why don't you go back to the Golden Gecko? Well, we've just been there. We've just talked to everybody. It's not the friendliest place in town. Let's go down here. Here's the Blades. Maybe the Blades have something to tell us. One of Klamath's citizens. Let's talk to him. Why are you looking at me like that? Not a friendly place here, is it? How can we get into here, maybe? Can we get into this building? Here's a person. One of his citizens. You must have come north from the den. I wonder where Vic is. We've been over there. We haven't been here. What is this? The Buckner house. Let's go in there. Oh, there's some people in here. You see a sturdy older woman with a tired smile. You see someone who could be a trapper. A worker relaxing. You see a tall man with facial tattoos and a large bone through his nose. Huh. You see a plain-looking, sturdy-built young woman with a scowl on her face. Okay, let's talk to some of these people. Winks at me. Oh, there's another one over here. You see an older man with a scraggly beard and a big red nose. Let's talk to him.
Howdy, stranger. My name's Whiskey Bob. What's yours?
My name's Normantis. Nice to meet you, Whiskey Bob.
Always nice to find another drinking buddy. Wanna buy me a drink? Talking always makes me thirsty.
Sure, Bob. I don't mind a bit.
Thanks for the drink, partner. Now that my whistle's wet, I feel that I can share a little problem I have. Hey, maybe you can help me out?
How can I help you out?
Well, you see, I have a little side business that I need some help attending to. I have a moonshine still outside of town that needs to be fueled up every so often. Since a gecko done bit my leg, I can't hobble out to it before it runs out of fuel. If I tell you where it is, would you refuel it for me? It's worth $50 to me.
That doesn't sound too bad. Tell me more.
All you have to do is find a little shack just south of town. Go inside and dump some firewood into the still. Then come back here and I'll give you your money. But it needs to be done within the next day, or my batch of hooch will go bad.
I don't know if I want to do a quest right now. I kind of want to explore the city. I wonder if we should do it or not. Just the south of town. Okay, let's do it. That sounds pretty easy. Okay, I'll do it.
You'll do it? Great. Remember, you got to do it soon or my hooch will go bad. Thanks a heap. See you back here soon.
Happy to help, but first, tell me what's going on in the town lately.
All sorts of things going on hereabouts lately. We've got Brahmin mutilators, walking spirits, gigantical rats, and missing people. Some even say the den's involved.
I wonder if this is the exact same. Tell me about the Brahmin mutations.
They say that critters that look like giant man-shaped bugs, in a shell and everything, are mutilating Brahmin at night. All they find are the torn open, horribly hacked up Brahmin corpses.
That sounds horrible.
A few people have seen the bug men, but the one who's got the best look was Tor, the Buckner's boy. What he saw scared him out of his wits, and the poor lad is a bit shy in that department already.
It's not the same as the other stuff. Let's keep talking to this person. Incredible, let me ask about something else. Tell me about the walking spirits.
There's a canyon just to the west of town that had bright light in it a few months back. Ever since, every now and then, there's been a horrible squealing sound that comes from the canyon. Brahmin that wander and don't come back. Everyone's afraid to get too near.
Yes, surely a sign of spirit infestation. If only you had a competent shaman. Tell me about something else. I'm going to answer this way because we did grow up with a shaman. Gigantic rats, I've got to hear more about those.
Well, out back of the Trapper town, just to the west of downtown, there's a back section that's overrun by rats. The further back you go, the bigger they get. Some say that there's one huge great rat spirit that's leading all. Some of the trappers won't even stay anymore. They say it's too dangerous.
Trappers ousted by rats? Tell me about some other things. A den. What kind of den?
Not a den. The den. You'll not find a greater hive of scum and villainy. Now where did I hear that? In any case, it's a rough sort of place a few days' travel south of Klamath. Anything can be had there for a price. Even slaves. But you have to be very careful there. Lots of short tempers attached to dangerous weapons. I don't think they have much to do with us though. We're too poor here.
I think I'd be safe enough there. I know how to handle myself. Let me ask you about something else though. Sounds like a little Star Wars reference there. Missing people, tell me more.
Lately, we've had a couple of people go missing. A trader named Vic, who specialized in pre-war stuff, and one of our best trappers.
Here we go, someone who knows Vic. Tell me more about the trader some call Vic.
Well, Vic was quite a fella. He didn't like to work too much, so he would specialize in expensive pre-war things and then sell them to the den. Or even hawk them to stupid tribals as religious artifacts. Oops, no offense. Anyhow, I haven't seen him for a while. Last I heard, he went south to sell some stuff. Maybe the den.
Alright, so south to the den. Last time we seen him, we have to go south to do his mission anyways. Tell me about the missing trapper.
The real person to tell you about the missing trapper would be Mrs. Buckner. She and Smiley were pretty close. He went north to look for the cave of the golden geckos and hasn't been seen since. That was a while back too.
Interesting. Tell me about something else though. I need to ask about something else. Have you ever heard of something called the Garden of Eden Creation Kit?
The Garden of Eden Creation Kit? Why, I think I saw one of those listed on a page of an old catalog I was looking through while I was sitting down, out back. But I don't know much more about it than that.
Really? I'd like to see that catalog.
I kind of used that page to take care of some business, if you know what I mean.
Business? Oh, that kind of business. I prefer old newspaper myself. Oh well, tell me something else then. I think we've asked everything we can here. I don't think I need to listen to all of that right now.
Well, mister, maybe I'll be seeing you around here later. Bye.
Now, I wonder, did we get a quest out of that? Klamath. Refuel the still. Okay. We did get a quest, and we have a clue on where Vic is. He is south as well. Let's keep talking to the people in here. The worker relaxing. We've talked to him.
Hello there. My name's Arden Buckner and this is my place. Say, you didn't see a trapper named Smiley outside of town, did you? He's been gone for too long. Never should have let him go off on that fool quest of his.
Smiley? No, I haven't seen a trapper by that name. Tell me about him.
Well, Smiley and me were getting downright serious with each other. I thought I had finally gotten him to agree to settling down here and help me run this place. But he said he needed to go off on one last quest.
A quest?
Well, he called it a quest. He told me he thought he knew where all the golden geckos came from, and he wanted to find out for sure. He thought that maybe it was some kind of magical spring, or maybe a hidden cave or vault of some sort. Well, I don't rightly know what all he said, but he seemed real excited about going. But I shouldn't have let him go. He's 2 weeks later getting back than he said he'd be, and I'm worried.
I'd like to help. I could look for him for you.
Oh, thank you. Let me mark on your map where he talked about looking. I sure hope you can find him. He isn't much, but I still love him and I miss him more than I thought I could. Please find him for me.
I'll do what I can. Let me ask you something first, though.
You better not be planning any mischief here. What do you want?
I was wondering if you're the person to talk to about local news and events.
You should talk to my daughter, Maida, about that. I don't really keep track of what's going on lately. Too much just keeping an eye on my own business.
Oh, okay. I'll do that. Right now, though, I need some information about something else. Let's see what she's got to sell. I want to buy something.
I just handle the rooms here. If you want to buy or trade something, talk to my daughter, Maida.
I guess she doesn't have any more information for us. Thanks, goodbye. Weather's getting ready to turn, I guess. Let's go in here. Townsperson. If you're anxious, try the bathhouse. Let's talk to this sturdily built young woman with a scowl on her face.
My name's Maida Buckner. I take care of trading and drinks here. I don't tolerate any tribals messing our family's place up. So you just better watch your step here, or you'll end up like Sulik. What do you want?
I have some questions for you.
Questions, huh? Well, get on with it then. Talking to you doesn't get my work any closer to being finished.
You ever heard of something called the Garden of Eden Creation Kit?
The only way I know to create a Garden of Eden is through plain old hard work. That's something you tribals just don't seem to understand. But I guess that's the difference between us civilized folk and yourselves.
I guess. Tell me about something else then.
More questions? Well, go on then and be quick about it.
Tell me about Sulik.
Sulik's a tribal that's working here to pay off a debt he foolishly incurred. He is not a slave. We don't have slaves here in Klamath.
Pay off a debt? What do you mean?
Well, you see, Sulik got real upset one night and had too much booze. Then, when he was good and drunk, he busted up the place. He did nearly $500 worth of damage. Just now getting the place repaired.
Why'd he get so upset?
He said he found out that his sister had been kidnapped by slavers. But you'd have to ask him more about that. He's here until he can pay off the rest of the damage he did while he was drunk.
How much does he have to work off?
He still has to pay $350. If he weren't so lazy and shiftless, it would go quicker for him. He's not leaving here until his debt is paid in full.
That's a lot of money. I think he's going to be here for a long time.
Well, he may be slow, but he does sort of grow on you after a while. Now that's enough jaw flapping. Do you need anything else?
What if someone else paid Sullick's damages? I wonder if he can become a companion.
I don't know why anyone would want to pay off his debt, but they could. His bill comes to $350. But you wouldn't want to do that. He'd only get into trouble again.
I guess you're right. I don't have that much money to spare anyway. Goodbye. I wonder... Let's talk to her again. I don't think I got everything I wanted to.
What may I help you with?
I have some questions for you. Tell me about what's going on here in Klamath.
Well, you'd be better off asking Mama about what's going on right here in town.
Okay, I'll talk to Mrs. Buckner about that then. Let me ask you something else, though. What other towns are nearby?
There are only a couple of other towns nearby. There's Reading far to the southwest, and the Den a few days south. But I wouldn't go to the Den.
Why wouldn't you go to the Den?
The Den is a bad place to go. They even enslave ignorant tribals like yourself. It's a week or so south of here, but most folks that have gone there don't come back.
Interesting. Let me ask you something else, though. I think that's all I need to know for now. Goodbye. Alright, we got some more information from her. Traveling south seems the best place to go, but there is a few quests here I wouldn't mind doing before we go. Let's talk to this person here, Sullick.
What can we and I do you for?
Very cool. Check that out. I have some questions for you.
We and I know many things. Travel from great saltwater to home of biting lizards.
Biting lizards?
Geckos. The little dudes don't bite hard. It's the goldens. They go through your leg like an old pipe stem.
Let me ask you something else.
We and I be glad to answer.
Tell me about the Great Salt Water.
The tribe's home is next to Great Saltwater. 2 moons from here, friend.
2 moons? That's a long ways. How do you travel so far safely?
Friend, with all the spirits walking with me. Not afraid to travel anywhere.
Let me ask you something else.
We and I be glad to answer.
Who's we?
The spirits with me, friend. They be all around. Sometimes talk.
What spirits?
Spirits be everywhere. Travel with we and I. Grampy Bone do most of talking.
Who's Grampy Bone?
Him strong spirit. Much honor carrying him.
Wait, you mean that bone in your nose?
Keep him close. Easier to touch his spirit. That's why he talk the most.
Can I ask you something else?
We and I be glad to answer.
Why did you travel so much?
Trader named Vic supposed to be here. He be saying he know about slavers. We show up, didn't peep him. Get pretty hot.
He's looking for Vic as well. Excellent. Let me ask you something else.
We and I be glad to answer.
What are you doing here?
Slavers got our sis. Thought Vic be having information. Couldn't peep him. Got PO'd. Drank like a fish. Spirits of anger and chaos pop out, and now we have to pay some coin to make it right.
You were looking for Vic the traitor?
Vic the traitor, more like. Comes to village, says he knows about slavers. Tells us to come see him. We go. He ain't there.
Your sister was taken by slavers?
Sis went trading at another village and never come back. We and I go look for her.
What did you find?
One survivor. Dude was in bad shape. Said evil warriors came with magic torches. Fire would lick tribe warriors and they'd go to the spirit.
What about your sis?
The evil warriors tied up the rest and took off. Sis with them. Friend, we be finding her or dying trying.
Sounds like slavers to me. Have you found anything out about them?
We and I know they're slavers at din. When we're free, we're out of here.
Tell me about something else.
We and I be glad to answer.
I'm interested in some local information.
What can we and I do you for?
Where can I find trade, a healer, or a room?
So many questions. Maida takes care of trade here, and her mother, Arden, takes care of the rooms. No shaman in town, but you may be able to trade for medicine.
Oh, thanks. Let me ask you something else then.
What can we and I do you for?
Have you heard of the Garden of Eden creation kit?
Never heard of it. But Maida's been keeping us busy.
Oh, well, let me ask you something else.
What can we and I do you for?
What's going on in town?
Oh, busy place. Bugmen snatching cattle. Spirits walking. Smiley missing.
Smiley, who's Smiley?
Smiley's a good hunter. Say he looking for the golden gecko's nest. Didn't come back.
Interesting. Let me ask you something else.
You have more questions for Sulik?
Walking spirits. Tell me about that.
The canyon east of Herd area supposed to have a walking, howling spirit, shaking the locals. Grampy Bone don't say a word though.
Interesting. Let me ask you something else.
You have more questions for Sulik?
Tell me about the bugmen.
Tor be telling us about bugs that walk on 2 feet and steal Brahmin. Shook him up.
Interesting. Let me ask you something else.
You have more questions for Sulik?
I think we've asked everything we can of him. This is a very cool animation. I like it. I don't think I need to know anything else right now. Goodbye. I'm wondering if he can help me in some way. If we pay off his debt, maybe? I'm not sure. That'd be awesome if I could get a companion. Anyways, we're going to call that an episode for today. We are going to be heading south in the next episode to follow up on some of these quests. But thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you soon.